Dear students, how are you? I hope that you are doing very well. Now, welcome back to online class. Now we have social science online class. Okay, let us start to study social science. Okay, fine, ma. Today we are going to see that the condition of this lesson 19, that is India's democratic government. Okay, okay, fine. Now listen here. That is social science 19th lesson, India's democratic government. In the previous class, we have learned divisions of state powers in India, what is democracy, what is constitution, check and balance. India has a federal structures. Okay, I think that you understood clearly. So I think so. Now we continue this lesson. Okay, fine. Let us start now. What is democracy? Do you know? Very good. That is, people choose the government by election. We have right to select our government. That is a democracy. Okay. What is constitution? That is very very important because it is a basic laws. So India's constitution is a very excellent one. Okay. Yes. Now we see that Indian state. We have learned India has 28 states and 9 union territories. What's the meaning of a state? A state means Tamil Nadu is our state, that is one meaning. And a country is ruled by one government means that country is also called state, that is Indian state. Okay, we are all the people of India, so we are all Indians. We are proud to say we are all Indians. Okay, fine. Now listen here, ma. That is, this Indian state, the power has divided into three branches. That is, in the previous class we have learned the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. That is, Indian state, Indian government, that mainly three powers, that is legislature, executive, and judiciary. What is legislature? This makes the laws. Legislature means what's the main duty? That is makes the laws. And these laws to be fair and should follow the direct principles. Okay, so what is the main function of a legislator? This makes the laws, and these laws also have to be fair and should follow the direct principles. What is direct principles? Direct principles means some of the guidelines. It will help our government and people of India. Do you understand, ma? So now we see that book page number 155, that is legislator. There are legislators at the center and the state also. Central government also has legislator and the state government. Tamil Nadu state, which is our state, Tamil Nadu is our state, which is our country, India is our country. So the Indian government, that is central government, and Tamil Nadu state government also has this legislator. Okay? Yes, now we see that at the center. that is a central government. This central legislature is called parliament. What's that, ma? Very important one. Now listen carefully. The central legislature is called parliament or Sandsad. But we used mostly the parliament, the word parliament. Central government is parliament. Okay? It has two houses. Houses means group of people. To set up group of people. That is Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Okay, do you understand now? So, this central government lies in the New Delhi. The central legislature is called Parliament or Sandsad. It has two houses, that is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay, these members are elected to Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha from every part of the country. Okay, they are called members of parliament, MPs. Okay, this Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, that members are elected by from all the part of the country. Okay, so they are called MPs. MPs means members of parliament. Members of parliament. That is the central government. Like that, our Tamil Nadu state government also, in most states, legislature has only one house. But this legislature in the central government has two houses. That is what more? That is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, isn't it? But in the state government has only one house, that called Legislative Assembly. How to call ma? Legislative Assembly. The state government has only one house, that is called Legislative Assembly or the Vidhan Sabha. Okay, in the parliament, in the central government, this legislative assembly is called parliament, but in the state it's called legislative assembly. Okay, then 7 state has second house. 7 state has second house also has. India has 28 states, including that only 7 houses have second houses also house. Do you understand? Yes, now listen here. The members are elected from all over the state. Okay? And they are called MLAs. So in the state government, the members are members of legislative assembly are called MLAs. But in the central government, how do we say MPs? The members of the parliament are called MPs, but the members of the state government, that is legislative assembly, are called MLAs. Do you understand, ma? Then next, what are the important powers of the central government and what's the important duties of the state governments? Now we can see. Okay. Yes. Now we see that parliament. Parliament means central government. It has important powers. What's the important powers of the central government? Now we see that it is very important one. First, it makes laws for the whole country. Yes, it's a very important power is makes laws for all the states of the country, for all over the country. And it keeps a check on how the executive branch at the center functions. This is done by asking questions or by discussions. Okay, it checks on and it keeps a check on how this executive branch at the center functions. Okay, what's the main duty of the executive? That is, this makes sure that the laws are properly followed. Okay, so keeps and checks all the laws are properly followed. So this is done. How to done? How to done? By asking the question or discussion method. Do you understand? Okay, fine, listen here. Controls and its power is controls the executive branch will get and spend money. Will get money. How to this government get money and spend the money also for the people and prepare a budget. What is a budget? Budget means spend the money for a plan a year. A money plan for the year, that is the budget. In our houses also, we also make a budget, isn't it? In our house, money spent for the month, maybe, isn't it? Budget is a very, very important one. Plan to spend the money. Budget means that is plan to spend the money. That is very, very important in our houses also. Okay, like that, the parliament also present a budget. Do you know what is budget? A money plan for the year. Okay, this Lok Sabha discusses it and agrees it through a vote. Okay, ma. These are some of the important powers to the parliament. At the same time, what are the important powers to the state government? The state government also makes laws for their states. Makes laws for the state. That is meaning makes laws for us, the people of Tamil Nadu. Keep its check on the functioning of the executive branch through questions and discussion. Both the same. Keeps a check of the executive branch. How to follow the laws. How to properly follow the laws. So, this is done by asking question or discussion method. Then, approve the state budget with the executive branch presents to the legislative assembly. Now listen here, and also approve the state budget. Central government also make budget, like the state government also state budget. Mostly the central government and the state government has same powers. Do you understand more? Okay, the central government is called parliament and the state government is called legislative assembly. Central government means two houses, that is Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, but in the most cases in state only one houses only have, and members of this parliament, that is the central government, is called MPs. At the same time, the members of the state government is MLAs. Okay, clear it now? Yes, then what's the function? That is both the central government and the state government, mostly they have the same function only. Okay, ma'am? Okay, clear it? What's the important functions? Do you understand? Then both categories, that is the central government and the state government, makes laws for the whole country, and makes laws in state means makes laws for their state. Then keeps a check how these executive branch at the center function. How to done by asking question or discussion method. This is also both same in central or state. Then make a budget. So state government also has right to make budget for its state. Okay, well, let's clear it. Okay, now we see that the executive. What is the executive? What is the function of the executive? India has its main powers is divided into three branches. That is legislature. Second one is the executive. Now we see that the executive. What is executive? In the previous class we have learnt. This makes sure that the laws are properly followed. These laws are properly followed. That is the executive. Okay? This makes sure that the laws are properly followed or not. Now we see that. What is executive? Yes, this executive branch of the center or the state is usually referred to as the government. Okay, this executive branch at the central government or the state government is usually referred to as the government. Okay, now we see that who is the head of the country? India is our country. Yes, who is the head of the country? Do you know more? Who is the head of the country? That is, the president is the head of the country. Who is the head of the country? The president is the head of the country. Who is the president of India? Do you know? Very good. Ramnath Kovind. Ramnath Kovind is the president of our country. So, Ramnath Kovind is the president of India. Do you understand? He is the head of the country. Now listen carefully. At the same time, who is the head of the state? Tamil Nadu is our state. Who is the head of the state? The governor is the head of the state. Who is our governor of Tamil Nadu? R.N. Ravi. R.N. Ravi is the governor of Tamil Nadu. Do you understand more? So who is the head of our country? That is, president is the head of our country. Who is our president? Ramnath Kovind is the president of India. Do you understand? Yes. Next, who is the head of the state? The governor is the head of our state, our Tamil Nadu state. Who is our governor of Tamil Nadu? R.N. Ravi. Do you understand? Do you clear it? Okay. Then who is Narendra Modi? Yes, Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of our India. Isn't it? Yes. Now listen here. The actual power with the government because its members have been elected by the people. Okay? The head of the government is now listen here. Don't confuse. Now we see that another very important point. That is the head of government of center. Who is the head of our government? That is a prime minister. Head of our country means that is the president of India that is Ramnath Kovind is the head of our country. But head of our Indian government means that is prime minister. That is Narendra Modi. Do you understand? Okay. The head of government at the center is the prime minister, and in the state, that is head of the state government that is head of our Tamil Nadu state government means that is stolen, our chief minister. Do you understand more? Any doubt for you? Okay, I repeat this same point. It is very, very important one. Now listen here. So, the head of our country, that is a president is the head of our country. And head of our state means that is governor is the head of our state. Okay. Who is the president of our country? Ramnath Kovind is the president of our country, and R.N. Ravi is the governor of our Tamil Nadu. Do you understand? Okay, clear it. Then next we see that who is the head of our Indian government? That is Narendra Modi. Is the Prime Minister of our India. Okay, like that, who is the head of our Tamil Nadu government means that is our Chief Minister M.K. Stalin. Okay, do you understand clearly? Okay, ma, very good. Then now we see that what's the important function of the government? That is, we know important functions. Members make sure that the policies of their government are carried out. That is our ministers. These ministers carried out, each ministers have different duties, different powers. So these ministers make sure that policies of their government are carried out. Okay, then government plan and present laws for discussion and approval to the parliament. Okay, government's plan and present laws. Any laws means is not easily dispute, it need to approval. Then government also prepare the budget and decide the taxes that people have to pay. Okay, these are the very important functions of the government. Okay, ma. Now we see that the third important powers of Indian state, that is judiciary. Judiciary means, you think that this is the justice. We need justice means we will go to the court. Okay, this judiciary of this entire country is one system. That is, it is like a pyramid. Okay, the judiciary of the entire country is one system. That it is like a pyramid. Pyramid means what, ma? That is, it is at the base, it is very flat, and it is triangular in shape. Do you know? A shape with a flat base and 3 or 4 sides in the shape of a triangular, that is a pyramid. Do you understand? So, our judiciary of the entire country is one system. It is like a pyramid. Entire country, our Indian country, has one same system only. Not for the central and state governments, not so different. Entire country has one system, that is a judiciary. It is like a pyramid. Pyramid means we know at the base it is very flat and it has 3 or 4 sides and it is triangular in shape. Okay, now you see that page number 157, that is, at the top of the pyramid is the Supreme Court. It is the highest court and it's located in New Delhi. Its head is the Chief Justice of India. Okay, so at the top of the pyramid is the Supreme Court. At the top of the pyramid is the Supreme Court. It is the highest court and is located in New Delhi. where it lies more, it is located in New Delhi. Its head is the Chief Justice of India. Okay, then second, first very high, that is Supreme Court. Next we see that High Court. High courts are the middle level. High courts are middle level. There are 24 high courts and each has a chief justice as its head. How many high courts? 24 high courts and chief justice the head. Then next, at the lower level of pyramid are the district court. Okay, there are several hundred district courts in India. How many? It's more number. There are several hundred different courts in India. So Supreme Court is the top of the court. It is the highest court. It is the highest court and it is located at New Delhi. Its head is the Chief Justice of India. Then second, High Court. High courts are the middle level. There are 24 high courts and each has a Chief Justice as its head. Then district court means several hundred district courts are there. It is the lowest level. Okay, now listen here, ma. What's the responsibilities of this judiciary? What's the duty of this judiciary? To protect the rights and freedom of Indians. To protect the rights and freedom of Indians. To explain the meaning of the constitution when it is not clear. And to deliver justice, to make sure that people get fair treatment. Okay, to make sure that people get fair treatment, to settle disputes according to the law. These are the main duties of the judiciary. Okay, ma? Okay, today I will give some of the question answer. You copy it in your book, neatly write. Okay, continue to write what. Okay, ma? Okay, that is lesson 19. The first question is, name the three different branches of the powers of the Indian state, that is the legislature, the executive, the judiciary. Then what is check and balances? To check means to correct something, balance means that things exist in equal amounts. Who is the head of the country and the head of the state? The President of India is the head of the country and the governor is the head of a state. Then write any two responsibilities of the judiciary: to protect the rights and freedom of Indians and to deliver justice, to make sure that people get fair treatment. Fair means good treatment in correct way. Okay, ma? Then next, fifth question, name the three lists under which power is shared between center and the states, that is union list, state list and concurrent list. Okay, then explain the pyramid shaped structure of the judiciary within the help of the diagram. So first the diagram you need to draw, use the scale, and first one is Supreme Court, 24 high courts and several hundred district courts. That is, at the top of the pyramid is the Supreme Court, it is at New Delhi, and high courts at the middle level, there are 24 high courts. At this lowest level of pyramid or the district court, there are several hundred district courts in India. Okay, okay, ma. So study well. Don't waste your time, and next class we will see. Thank you.